If you're a skinny, incredibly weak guy and you want to be incredibly strong, you need to have the correct training program. You need to have an optimized training program that will get you to your goal. Chances are right now, your training program is not efficient, and you might have a structured training program, but it's not tailored towards what you actually want to achieve. If you're doing push-pull legs and you want to get insanely strong, you're going to gain strength obviously, but it's not going to be as effective and as efficient as it could be. So you need to have, before you have the correct training program, you need your goal, because otherwise if you don't have something to go towards, something to strive towards, you're not going to make as much progress, because obviously if you have a goal, you'll be more motivated and you'll actually want to achieve it. And also, you'll see progress towards it, which will keep you motivated for longer. So first of all, pick a goal. It can be absolutely anything. It can be, any strength goal, it can be any strength goal or any muscular goal. It could be, for example, bench press. I want to bench press 100 kilos. That's actually my goal. So you need to have your goal. And once you have your goal, you need to tailor your training around your goal. You need to do a bit of research or, watch my videos, and you'll be able to find out how you can build a structured program that will get you to the goal. So what I want to say is, if you're skinny, you need to do this, but you need to mainly be training for hypertrophy first, because this is how it works, right? You're skinny right now, you're not only weak because you haven't trained for specific things, you're weak because obviously you don't have muscle. That's obvious. Once you build muscle, you will get stronger. So that's why bigger people are stronger. If you're bigger, you're most likely going to be stronger at most exercises and most movement patterns. So that's why fatter people, bigger people, they can push more weight because they carry around more weight, which is fat, and then that's build up the muscle. And then they can use the muscle in gym, right? There's two ways of getting strong, right? You get strong from having the muscle, and then you also get strong from having your CNS adaptation in your brain and your central nervous system, which allows yourself to push your muscles harder to produce more force. So firstly, you need the muscle, and then you need to build the CNS adaptation, which will get you really strong. But to build the muscle, you need to train hypertrophically, and you do this by basically training close to failure, and not necessarily high volume, but the main thing is training close to failure. So train for muscle growth, you build the muscle, and once you get muscle and get bigger, you can switch to periodization, which is more tailored towards CNS adaptation and overall just gaining strength. So what that is basically you have a 4-week cycle where you do different rep ranges and different weights and different sets in each period. Period can be you can change it depending on what you want, but it can be anywhere from 1 to 3 weeks per period, and then there's 4 weeks, so that would be a 12-week program. I'll explain this more in my free community down below. You can join it and also ask me any questions. Obviously you don't have to, but yeah, so you train for the muscle, then you make the CNS adaptation. But the most important thing in this video is I want to be saying you need to be training for hypertrophy if you are skinny, because if you're not going to reach. You can get strong while you're skinny. Think of calisthenics athletes; they can be very small and do insane calisthenics skills. But that's just from the neuromuscular adaptation, where the CNS develops itself so it can go in that movement pattern, and you just adapt yourself to doing the movement pattern, right? But that's why I want to say, build your program around hypertrophy first if you're skinny, and then switch to CNS adaptation. A good training program for hypertrophy is upper lower, because it's a 2 times frequency per muscle group. But you can obviously, build your own training program to suit your goals and your needs and whatever. Anyway, if you've enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe, and join my free community. And if you are a skinny guy who is inconsistent and wants to get insanely strong, you can book a call in the description below, and I will be happy to see if you are fit for me. But if not, that's fine. You can leave the video and forget me forever. Have a good day.